Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and today what we're going to do is we're going to work on these traveler's notebooks that we did the covers for. You know, we made quite a few covers. I think I have 10 or 11 something here, and a lot of you have been naming them, and thank you so much. I will be the ones that have named them. I'll be trying to use those names on some of these when we put them up in the shop. But I'm going to start on this one first, and this one is the one that looked like that. Isn't that pretty? And then on the inside, it's got these, I don't know if that's dogwood blooms or cherry blossoms or what, but I think it's pretty. I'm going to call it cherry blossoms because I am going to use this collection from After Midnight Designs, and let me show you the name. It's Cherry Orchard Junk Journal is the name of it, and it's from After Midnight Designs. I'll leave that right there so you can see it maybe. And I've gone ahead and cut out a lot of things just to save a little bit of time, but there's all kinds of tags and pockets. Now that pocket will be too big for this, but we can use it on something else. That's another pocket. She shows you exactly where to fold everything. And then these are some of the papers, the pages. See those cherry blossoms? Isn't that cute? These are the ones that I won't be using in this one, but I'll be using in another, because this one I about got full. But I just thought these were gorgeous. She also gives you this sheet that you could use to print on the back. Now, I wish I had done that, but I didn't. Excuse me. I didn't even think about it until I started to put these pages in here. But these are printed on a heavier than just regular copy paper. They're probably, this is probably about a 100 GSM, something like that. It's just a little bit thicker than copy paper, so it's going to be easy to do some background, you know, to cover the back with either more paper or collage it or put pockets on it, something like that. But I was just going to show you some of these. Look at that. Look how she just brings that pop of color in there. Isn't that beautiful? I will leave the link down below to this collection. I've already got these clipped together, but once I get these in, I'll show you all of these pages as well. And it comes with tons of tickets and little tags, tiny tags, big tags, medium-sized tags, postcards that have the cherry blossoms on there, or cherries on there. Little pieces of ephemera cards or journaling cards, more tickets, journaling cards, tags. I mean, it just comes with a load of beautiful, beautiful items. And there is still more over here that I didn't even cut out because I knew that it was going to be too big for this little journal. But there are more of the tags. Look at this page. Isn't that gorgeous? That will be used in a larger album, but I think that is so cute. And then these tags, and then there's tags. These pockets, that is a pocket, Edith, not a tag. And then this big pocket, that's cute. And let's see, I think I folded up one of them somewhere. And I folded it, and then I realized it would be way too big for this, so there's another pocket. I cut that one out, I didn't fold it. And then there's another pocket. But it's a beautiful collection. So I want you to go over and check this collection out. She has graciously sent me this collection for me to design with. And I was going to do it in the month of May, which I actually am filming this in the month of May, but it's not going to go up until about the 1st or 2nd of June. But it's just, I have had lots of other videos that I've had to put in line, and I had some things that I needed to put in line that were sponsored things, so I had to get those in there first. But anyway, we're going to be doing this, and this Traveler's Notebook, like I said, I made mine, and I will link the video where I made these covers. They're very, very easy. This is 4 1/4, and I think it's by 8 1/4. Yeah, this is just a standard size Traveler's Notebook. And if you hear me refer to it as a TN, that's just a Traveler's Notebook. Now, these pages, I have cut them down. These are 4 by right at 8, so I cut those down to that size. All right, looks like I've got one out of line just a little bit. I'm going to try to knock it back in line. I've already got my markings on there for where I want to punch my holes. I've already punched the holes in here because, you know, I have done that so many times on here that you guys know exactly how to measure and do all of that. So I just wanted to go ahead and get this part done so that our video wouldn't be miles and miles long, because I'd like to do more of these. These will be going up in the shop for sale as soon as I finish them. Now, I'm not going to embellish a lot of the pages. What I'm going to do is I will put embellishments in with the kit, or I call this a kit. I'll put the embellishments in with the package, and then that way you can embellish more if you want, or you can use those embellishments for something else. So I'll make sure that I include lots of different embellishments for you in your package. All right. So we've got our... Now, I did round the corners on my TN. Now, you don't have to do that. Most of them are not rounded. But I just like that look, especially when it's a smaller notebook like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and round the corners on my pages. Hopefully, I don't know if... Oh, yeah, it did do all of them. Started to say, I don't know if it's going to do all of these or not, but we shall see. And if some of them don't get rounded perfectly, that doesn't bother me. I mean, that's just the nature of making handmade items and, you know, designing like this. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Don't stress over something and try to think that it's got to be perfect, because it does not. See, that to me looks good. Any of these that have a little bit of a giblet, as I call it, hanging out there, I'll just trim those off once I get them put in. This is going to be the front cover. I just loved that old building. Looks like an old school building that I used to go to school in. But I think this might be a church because it has a steeple on the top. But I don't know where she gets her pictures of her old buildings, but they are absolutely gorgeous. They may come from where she lives. I think she lives in, I want to say England, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I am quoting your place wrong, but I think that's where she lives. And a lot of these may come from over there, but they're beautiful. Okay, we're just going to start and stitch this in. I have done this many times before too. This is not anything new to you guys. I don't know why I clipped that, because I really don't need it clipped. I just start in the center and I just do a pamphlet stitch, just a plain one. That's all I do. You can clip these together and then poke the holes at the same time through both, and I didn't. It makes it a little bit easier when you do that, but I was trying to do a little assembly line this morning with some of the things that I had laying out here. So I didn't do that on this one, but you certainly can do that, and it does save you some time. But I was trying to poke all my holes and get everything trimmed up and ready to go. Because I did have to trim the papers down because, as you know, a traveler's notebook is smaller than regular journals. And I should use a needle that has a little bit smaller eye, since I didn't punch the holes in here very large. But it will work. It'll be okay. We'll get it through. And I am just using some twine. This is just some... let me see. This is hemp. I thought the hemp would go good with this collection. All right. See if we can find that little center hole to come back up through there. And sometimes you may just have to flip it over and get your needle going like that. That helps me a lot when I do it like that. But now I'm not going to go through this every time on all of them, because you guys, I have done so many of these. You guys know how to stitch a signature in. So I won't be doing this every time on all of them, but I wanted to show you this one and just how I start assembling. Now I always go out here to the outside and I just make sure that that is straight and it's tight and it doesn't have any bubbles in it or knots in it or anything like that. I always do that just to make sure, because, you know, I never know. I might hang something in there. Who knows? Then you want to make sure that both of these threads are on the opposite sides of this little thread that goes down the center. So I always look at that. And then you tighten it. You're going to pull it one way and then the other, and you're going to tighten it down. I always put 2 or 3 knots, and I try to tie the square knot if I can. Sometimes I can't remember how to tie it. All right, now I'm going to leave those strings there because I may put a little charm on this, but I'm going to leave the strings there for now. All right, let's see if I put it in the right way. Yay, I did put it in the right way. Look at that. You know, I got to flipping that around and I thought, oh man, I have just put that in upside down. All right, so let's show you the pages. So that is one. And see, you can see I didn't print on this side, but we can do some embellishing there. We can put some of these pieces here, lots of different things. We can put pockets. This is one of my dyed papers, and it's a very pale pink. I know it's not really showing up in the camera, but it's a very pale pink. I thought that would go good with that collection. This is one of her papers. Love, 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 love that. And then here again, we'll do something on the back. This is another one that's kind of a pinkish purple almost, but I thought that would look good. Now see right here is what I was talking about. If it has just a little bit of a off there, I'll just clip it. There's that one. I'm just going to go through mainly and make sure that I put all of these in the right way. That's one of my dyed papers that we used just some ink and some watercolor on that one, and we got that look. I think that's pretty. And then there's one of her papers. Look at that. That gentleman. This was a paper that was sent to me. One of you dyed and sent this to me, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And then there is one of her sheets. So pretty. And then this one looks like I let slide up just a little bit, but that's not a biggie. It's not a big deal. It's even up here. It looks like I just got it a little short. But things like that don't bother me in journals because sometimes I even intentionally make all of my pages a different length. So that was one of her pages too. Let me show you that. Just with the lines on it. You could have used that for a background page or a backing page. This is all out of this paper that one of you sent me, the Collamer pad. I love, love, love these. So I got that in there. And then there's another one of hers. Look at that. That old mailbox and then all the cherry blossoms and all of that. There is another. This will be my center. No, this is my center. This I need to put a sheet on, and I may use one of her sheets to cover this. I don't know. I'm going to use one of the sheets from this collection. This is the center page. Look at that. Look at that old rock wall right there. That I need to cover that too, since we've got 2 white sheets right there together. And then there's that one. It's the same ones back through here. Same papers. I'm just going to go through and make sure that they all fold up. Now, as you know, when you make a journal, you have to flip it through a few times and do some folds just so that it will open and close well. That's just something that I don't usually do when I sell them, but you can do when you get it at home. Look at that. Just press it down, and that way it kind of breaks in. And then that one, and the last is that. So that is that little journal. I mean, all we have to do now is do a little bit of embellishing on the inside. If we want to, we can embellish here. I don't think I'm going to embellish much. I may put another bird on here just so that the complete bird can be seen, because this one kind of got his head on the back side. So I may put another bird here, and then maybe some butterflies or something up here, and then maybe a little label. And then I thought I would tie it with this. This is some seam binding that one of you guys sent me, and it's already dyed, but I just thought this green would look pretty on there. So let's go ahead and pull off enough of this that we'll just tie it around, and then we'll open it up and do a little bit of decorating. And I will probably put something on the back to attach this so that when you untie it, you don't lose your little closure here. Isn't that cute? I think that's cute on there. It's a deeper green than what the green is showing here, but it's still that mossy light green, so I think it's going to look pretty on there. We'll probably put a couple of charms hanging on these too. So let's go ahead. I need to see if I've got a bird. Let's see if Betty sent me a bird that might work on there. I can't remember if she sent any birds or not. Let's look in here and see what we might have. I don't think I have a bird in here, but I do have butterflies. Not sure they're going to be the right color, but we shall see. This is the hardest part to me, is I want to put so many things on there, and then you have to get to the point where you're like, okay, it's got to look okay. You can't just start adding a bunch of stuff. So, no, that's too bright. Oh, that one might work. It's a little bit big, but I don't think I have one that's smaller in that same. These are called washi stickers. These I got from AliExpress. I do have a whole truckload of these, not a truckload, but a whole pallet of these ordered that should be here. They're telling me about a month is their lead time right now. So they should be here next month sometime, I hope. And then we will get those up, and they're going to be very reasonably priced. They're giving me a really good deal. So, all right, I'm going to leave that. I'm not sure. I may not even put a butterfly on there. Another one, I mean, I'm going to put that one, I think, but I don't know if I'll put another one on or not. We'll just leave it for now. We may run up on something that just grabs us and we want to put on there, but right now I don't think I found anything. Okay, I've gone through and I've tried all of my birds, and I think this little guy is going to be the winner. And I'm going to go ahead and trim the white off of him. I think she said she cut these out with her brother's scan and cut. And there is just a little bit of white around them, but that is more than fine. All I have to do is just trim it a little bit. I'm just happy to have them cut out this far. I'm just going to leave that bottom part. And he's sitting on, looks like a little limb. So I might just have him sit like right there. And that way it kind of looks like he's sitting on the fence. As a matter of fact, I may cut that little part of that limb off, so it makes it look more like that his feet are sitting on the fence instead of on that branch. There we go. We'll just leave his feet. Now we've got him parked there. That'll work. And I know this is a little brighter teal than this, but I still think it's going to work. And then we will put a word or something right here. Now I think I will use one of, these are Betty's labels here. That's some of her labels. There's some of her labels. I think on this one I might use a Tracy label. These are Tracy Fox Love Junk Journal on Etsy. All right, I'm going to cut out one of these brown ones, and we're just going to look and see if that's going to work. I don't really have a pink, and that green is not really the color that I want. Let me thumb through here and see what I've got. And some of these are from Shabby Dabby Doodah as well. So, and she is also on Etsy. I may have to do that. Let's just put one of these labels. Since, yeah, I think we'll just put one of these labels. And I'm looking at this one right here because it has some pink and green on there. Now, what I think I'll do, this has got a couple of different places that you can actually trim. She puts more than one line in hers so that you can either leave it, you know, squared off or rectangled off, I should say. Or you can cut the little corners, and I think I'm going to cut it down where the corners will be cut. Turn that way, put the label up there. That's really 5 items on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a good number. Yeah, let's do it that way. I like that. don't mind that at all. And I'm just going to ink this with, whoops, I need to trim that a little bit straighter there. I'm just going to ink this with what I have on my desk, and it's Vintage Photo. I know I inked the other part with, what did we ink it with? Vintage, ooh, my mind's blank. It's something rose. You'll see in the video if you go back and watch the first video where I put the cover together. That's, we inked it with a Victorian Velvet, maybe that was the color. It's a very, very pretty color. Okay, I'm just going to go over this just to cover any of those little white areas that maybe I didn't get trimmed. That will make the bird look more uniform. Then we'll put this little guy on there. This, I always have people ask me what this is every time I use it, so I'm going to show you. They come in a set of 3 like this. This one has the big ball on the end. This one has the point. That's the one I used to get the backings off of these. These have different size little balls on them, and these are what I use for scoring with my scoreboard. So they're always linked below usually, but I'll make sure that they are. And that's a huge butterfly for that. But it's like the butterfly's closer to us, so it's bigger. Right? Right. That's what we're going to say. As hubby says, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. So there, that's probably going to be the front. I think that's cute. Very, very cute. And then you could always embellish more if that's something that you want to do. That will be up to the person who purchases it. Now, I think I am going to put a little pocket right here. Grab these and move them over. I'm going to put a little pocket right here in the front. That's got a little bird on it. That's cute. Sitting on the cherry blossom. That will be very cute. Yeah, and that's the right size too, so let's just do that. Now, I think I'm going to back it with something because even though this is a thicker paper, it's still a little bit thin, and I want to make sure that my pockets are nice and sturdy. So we'll go ahead and back this with something. Let's see. Oh yeah, that'll work. This is just a piece of an old file folder. I keep all of those pieces in my drawer, and then when I get ready to start putting something like this together, then I have them right there at hand, and they make great backings for your tags and pockets, all different kinds of things. So I never throw any of those away. And always use your bone folder to smooth that glue out, because you don't want like big lumps of glue around. And I wanted to say welcome to all of you new subscribers. I know we have had a ton of people who have messaged me in the comments of videos saying that I just found your channel, I'm a new subscriber, and I love your videos, that kind of thing. So thank you for your support, and thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. It helps us out. You know, it helps us out if anybody just watches the videos, but it really helps us out if people subscribe and give a thumbs up, because YouTube's algorithm, and I know half of us don't know what that means. I didn't know for a long time until I got to researching it, but their algorithm is based mainly on whether you know, it's based on your subscribers, your viewers, how many people view it, and then how many people give it a thumbs up. When you give my video a thumbs up, that promotes my video a little bit higher in the YouTube standards or algorithm, whatever you want to call it. And so that just helps me out and helps YouTube see that my video is, you know, interesting to people and that people are watching, that kind of thing. So thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate it. Now, I don't think I am going to put a notch in this. Okay, there's a sweet little pocket. Look at that. I like that. Now, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to fold this little guy, and this is just a little postcard. There we go. And I think I might just tuck that down in there. That's cute. I like that. You could also put a label or something up here if you wanted to. What shall we put up there? We might put something different up there. Let's just put a number up there. These are some of Betty's numbers. And I know I mentioned Betty, and I mentioned Tina, and I mentioned all of these people a lot. But these are people that help support my channel. They're people who help, you know, they send me things that I can use. They don't charge me anything for it. They, you know, I give them advertising as best I can. So I like to mention their names, and I try to always leave their links below so that you guys can go over and check them out. To me, that's just, I want to help them. I want them to be successful in what they're doing. So that's in a nutshell right there. Okay, this is a cute pocket, and I think it would go right there. Now, if you put the pocket this way, you're not going to see those beautiful cherries on the front. So if I put it this way and then fold that down, then I'm going to have a white here. So let's see, what can we do? Trying to decide. I mean, I like the side with just that single little cherry blossom there. That's really pretty. And then we could fold this over like this. And you could have a little closed pocket that you could insert some things in. I think we might do that, but I think I'm going to put something behind it. And that probably is going to be book page, because you guys know that book page is one of the best things that you can embellish with on your pages like this. So let me grab some. Okay, this is an old dictionary page. I just want to make sure that I don't put any bad words down there, like hysterectomy. I don't really want to put that down there. And some of these words I don't even know what they are, so I really don't know if they're bad or good. And this book had this nice pink hue to the edges of it. I don't know how it managed to get that in the aging process, but it's so pretty. And I guess I should have used my little tear tool, because it would have made it tear much smoother. But we're going to go with it. And I like to ink up my book page a lot on the edges. And put our book page maybe like that. And then put that pocket there. I want to turn it a little. Okay, I don't mind that. And then I'll probably cut out a couple of these little tickets and put there somehow or other. So tomorrow we start dyeing papers for the AJ kit. We've got a couple of our employees coming in. That's all they're going to do for the next couple of days is dye papers. So that's always a big task, but the two that we have that usually do that, they are great at it. They're the ones that did the ones that went in the March kits for you guys that got the March kits. Okay, so let's glue this down first, and I'm going to glue it about right there. Oh Lord, what's that on the back? Oh, I don't want to see that. I'm glad we didn't have that on the front. I tell you, some of these books you have to be real careful with. Oh me. It's kind of funny sometimes. I put down something in a book the other day and I didn't really look close at it. And after I got it down, I got to reading it and I thought, oh my goodness, there's no way. So I covered it up real quick. Sometimes you put something down and you don't see it until it's down there. But yeah, I covered it up. Nobody knows that it's under there unless they can peel that top part off. Okay, now you could put this together and it could slide down in a pocket, that kind of thing. But I like these kind of things to actually be glued down, because when you collect up little embellishments and things that maybe you want to take this with you on a vacation, and you've got other things that you want to put in there in your journal, then you could take this and just put all of your little goodies down in there. Close up your pocket. You could close this with a magnet if you wanted. I don't think I'm going to put a magnet on it, but if you wanted to put a magnet on there, you could. Or you could put a little piece of Velcro under there. And then you've got all of your little goodies right there in one spot. So let's glue that down. We're going to glue it. We might just glue on 3 sides. And I don't know if I'll have a tag that's small enough. I may have to make one. But this is going to be a narrow little tag, but it could slide down in behind that. Now I do need something on there. I may put a magnet on there. Who knows? Let's see how thick it will make it. I don't think it's going to make it real thick because these magnets are like 1/32 in thickness. They're very, very thin. And I just think that it would help if it closed up. Okay, go ahead and press that down there. Now, that is a very sticky magnet. So what we're going to do is just cut a little piece of paper, and we're going to cover this across like that. That's going to keep that magnet from sticking so hard here, and then maybe you tearing the top of your little envelope before you actually get it up. When you're pulling it up, I should say. So I'm going to just trace around this real easy. Alright, we can put that down right there. And I'm going to go ahead, I got another little pencil mark right there. I'm going to erase. Alright, so we will glue that down there. I'm going to go ahead and ink on it just before I put it down. And trim that little piece. Oh, I need to trim that little piece a little bit more. Now when this gets dry, it will be stronger when the glue dries. Right now that glue is still wet, so it's not going to be as strong, but when the glue gets dry, that's going to be a strong little piece right there, so you can just lift that up with no problem. So that is that. And then let's see, what do we want to do here? Let's just, instead of putting a big tag in there, maybe, does that look all right? No, I don't like that. All right, I think I'm going to put, what am I going to do? I think I'm just going to include one of these tickets up here, like that. And then we'll make a little tag to go in behind there. Tickets are just a good thing to fill in with. They're good fillers. If you have some tickets or small embellishments like this, they're just something good to include to do a filler with. Right, now we need a little narrow tag. Let's see. That's almost the right size. Would that go? Nope, that won't go. Almost, but not quite. That one. And these are really, really thin paper, even though it's a little bit thicker than copy paper. So I'm going to have to back them in order to get them to go on there. So I think I might use this one, and I'm just going to trim it a tiny bit more on the side and then back it, and then we can put it down in there without any problem, without it tearing or bending or anything like that. Okay, I think I will use this to back this tag with. This is a piece, this came in ephemera. So anytime you get ephemera, you can see this is what was in the pack. I always save these because isn't that pretty? To me, that's too pretty to throw away. And so I will do this tag like this and put it down and then trim it out. And that's going to be our other side, and you can write on that. So to me, it's just much easier to save things like that. Then I just can't throw them away. If I think that it can be used in a journal, I just can't throw it away. Then we're just gonna trim these little edges here. And we'll go ahead and poke our hole, even though my This little punch thing doesn't punch a hole as big as most of these holes are. See, it still leaves the white around there, so I wish the holes were a little bit smaller, or I had a larger hole punch. So I try to go back in and just take the rest of that out so it doesn't look so weird. But I think that's the standard size hole punch. It's just that most of the holes in these are a lot larger. And that's okay, because what does that do? That just gives us room to embellish. We can put all kinds of goodies in there. Now I think I'm just going to cut a little piece of this and put in this one. If I can find the end. That's the hardest part of this, is finding the end again. Alright, now we can, let's hope it slides down in there nice. And it does. Look at that. That is neat. I like that. And I think I want to put something right here. And that will be too big. What do we have that we could put across there? I'm just looking for some tiny embellishments. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to cut out these little cherry blossoms on the inside of this tag, or ticket, I should say. And we're going to use those to embellish that top just a little bit. And I'm not gonna cut closely. I'm just gonna kind of rough cut right there, kind of at an angle maybe, or on this, no, let's put it on this side. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, there we go. Got a little bit of color there, and that's what I wanted. So that page, I think, is finished. And then on this page, I'm not sure that we will do anything. I'm not gonna do something on every page. I'm gonna leave some of this for the person who purchases it. So I will include, you know, lots of different embellishments that you can use along the way. Okay, I think I might use another little pocket right here. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm just going to trim this off. And then this has got the corners rounded. On the template it does, so we're just going to go ahead and round those corners. Now again, I think I'm going to back it just so that it'll be a little bit stronger, so when you put things in and out of there, you don't have to worry about this tearing. And then on this one, I am going to punch a little pull. Yeah, see, that just makes it nice and sturdy, so you don't have to worry about it tearing. That is cute, cute. I like that. Now we could do a couple of tags, the smaller tags in here, if we wanted. Or we could do kind of a large one and then a smaller one, like that. I think that might work. And I'll put something here. Now, I'm not going to finish these tags. I will back them and I'll put lace or trim, something in them, but I'm not going to finish that up completely right now. So I think I want something up here at the top again. I just feel like it needs it. And I may just put a little piece of this vellum across there. This is some vellum that we've had in stock. This particular one has sold out, but we do have the Beyond Science. It's still in stock. And we've got more of these on order, but this is some really pretty vellum. It has a beautiful shimmer to it that I really like. I know you can't really see that on the camera, but it has a really pretty shimmer, almost like a pearl. And it's from Prima. Okay, I used my Barely Arts glue on vellum because I've not had a problem with it buckling up the edges or warping it or showing through or anything like that. So I like to use that on my vellum. Now, I don't have any more Barely Arts. The reason being is they can't get bottles to put their glue in right now. The manufacturer has, look at that, I put that upside down. The manufacturer has completely stopped producing those right now. So they are trying to play catch up. So I don't know, hopefully, he said a couple of weeks, and that was a week ago. So I'm hoping that we can get some in next week. Oh, I like that. I almost put it upside down, did you see? You know, I'm going to have to go ahead and finish these tags and put them in there because I can't can't see how that's going to look until I do. So let's just go ahead and punch those holes and put a backing on them, and then put something. Okay, we have those backed, and I just backed this with another piece of her paper. And on these, I think I'm just going to put some of this twine in there. This is some twine that came in the May kit. And you can, let's see if I can do that on this. Let me cut it a little bit shorter. You can take this twine and just kind of rough it up. Just twist it back and forth. And it frays like that. And I think that's so pretty. I do that on this twine because I just think that it looks really good. I don't like just the straight twine look. You can also do that on seam binding or anything like that. Just kind of start twisting it and roughing it up a little bit, running a pin through there, anything that will make that fray. All right, and we'll tuck that one in right behind that one. And then that needs something on there. And I may just include a little number. These are, who are these? These are Shabby Dabby Doodah's numbers, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Right now I've got a lot of labels from a lot of different places. But I know Tina has some of these. So if this is not hers, then they're similar. She has some of these. So you can go over there and check those out. I love numbers to put. Well, you guys know I love numbers anyway, but I love numbers when it comes to just wanting a little bit of something on a label or a page, but you don't really know what it might be. It's good to just stick a number on there. Okay, so that's good. Got plenty of places to embellish on there. I don't know that I'll do anything to those pages. So this one we really need to do a little something to. I think on this one I'm just going to tear the people out that she has here. Yeah, and we'll put those down that way. And I'm just going to ink around the edges a little bit. All right, if I put that down there, then you'll still have plenty of journaling room. So let's just do that on that page. Oh, I like that. Okay, and I think I might go ahead and put this flower down here at the bottom. I know this is not a cherry blossom and it's not pink, but I think it will go once it gets down. It's going to look like part of the paper. Let's go and folder. Then just press that down. And see, it just kind of goes with that background color on there. So I like that. And I'll probably put quite a few of those in here just for you to use, the person who purchases this. Not necessarily put them down, but I'll probably put them in here for you to do with whatever you want. All right, let's see. What do we have here? I don't really want to keep making a bunch of pockets, but I think, let me look. All right, I think on this page, I'm not going to do a lot to it, but I'm just going to do a little corner tuck where you can tuck something, maybe some of those tickets and things into the corner. It's just a little scrap piece that I had laying here, so I'm going to use it on this. And I'll probably put it down right. Let's see, I need to round this just a little bit more. There we go. And then that can just be a little corner tuck for some tickets. Let's see, doing it there. Or little embellishments and things that you might have. Yeah, I like that. And then see these little tickets, once you get those cut out, and I'll cut out quite a few of those, and I'll just tuck those in there like that. Little tickets. And we'll need another one, but we'll just, for now, we're just going to stick that there. I'll come back and trim them and all that kind of stuff. Up here, I need a little something because that looks too bare for me. So we need to put something up there at the top. Okay, let's put this little sticker on there. It says the real secret of success is enthusiasm. We'll put that over there. That'll work. You'll still have journaling space, so. All right, now that may be, let's see how long we are already. Well, we're already pretty long. So that may be all I do on camera, and then I'll go through here and I'll finish up as much as I can, or I'll finish it up completely. And then I'll go through here and I'll finish things up and put a charm here probably. And then we will tie it up and we will put these up in the shop. Now, I will take pictures of all the others and put up as well so you can purchase whichever one you want. Just know that most of them are going to be made like this. They're going to have similar papers in it. They'll have papers that match, not necessarily this paper, but let's say we're putting papers in this one. It will have papers that goes with this poppy, not necessarily poppy papers, but papers that go with this color. So each one of them will be decorated in order that they match up. And I will probably put a little piece of lace right across here so that kind of covers up where we poked our holes in there. And that is going to be it. That's going to be it for this video, but I will finish these up. And like I said, when you get these, everyone who purchases, there will be lots of embellishments that'll go along with it. Not just this. You're going to get the embellishments that you can use in here, or you can use in another journal if you'd like. All right, guys, that is it for this tutorial. Thank you so much, and thank you for your purchases that you make through our website every day. We really appreciate that. It just helps us keep going. And we will talk to you guys later. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye.